This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae Rae.
And this is our house. Football's right around the corner, and get into the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And with the NFL returning, DraftKings is giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly when you bet $1 or more on any football game. Listen up, because you don't want to miss this. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and place a bet of $1 or more on any Week 1 game to receive $200 in free bets instantly. If Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, DraftKings has huge cash prizes up for grabs all season long with their daily fantasy contests. And for 1 week, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at $1 million top prize. Nothing adds to the excitement of watching a game quite like having a free shot at $1 million top prize. Download the DraftKings Sports app now and use promo code THPN to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game, and get a free shot at $1 million top prize for your first deposit. That's promo code THPN for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum of a $5 deposit and a $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
And we are with it here on the House of Hockey podcast. This is episode 77. I'm one of your hosts, Rae Rae.
And I'm your other host, Breezy.
And Breezy and I are in a mood.
We are in a mood today. It has been so fantastic.
For different reasons and not related to each other or this podcast, just to put that out there. Don't start spreading rumors that there's issues on the House of Hockey podcast.
No, we both just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah.
Or actually, I didn't even sleep in a bed last night, so maybe that's my problem.
You know, that could be part of it. I actually had the first good night's sleep in a long time, but I still woke up with like a mission and an attitude, and have been very freely expressing my opinion to people. Which is not always a good thing, but
yeah, you know, it's been crazy. I have to admit, I've been a little bit in a mood the last like week or so, but today I feel like is like the ultimate day of like the mood.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm even going out of saying I'm not going to hold back words anymore. I just may be cursing up a storm, and that is not like me.
Oh God, somebody get over to Breezy's house and intervene immediately. She needs help. She's going to start swearing. We've got a big do I have to get on a plane, Breezy, and come over there?
You know, you might have to. You might have to just like do like a permanent bleep over my face one day.
Guys, if Breezy ever starts swearing, something is very, very, very wrong. Like really wrong. Like we need to get her checked into some kind of facility, because that is like the ultimate sign that you have lost it.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend this morning when I was driving home. I went camping this weekend, and I was like, you know what? I was like, the only thing I can think of is if I'm going to start saying words, I might have to like check myself into like a psych ward or something. Like, what is going on in my brain?
Exactly. But that's not going to happen, because me and everybody listening has your back, Breezy.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everyone listening has had those moments where like you just wake up and you are just like, arr! And you just want to like clench something, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Your
Maybe.
nails are out. You're just like, don't get in my way
Right.
at all, or else you're just going to get rolled over. Or I'm just sorry. I'm not going to apologize today.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
And Tony was supposed to make dinner tonight and she bought corn. And she likes to cook corn in the microwave wrapped in saran wrap. That's her,
Uh-huh.
she thinks it tastes better that way.
Okay.
And her boyfriend doesn't cook it that way, and she hates the way he cooks it. She doesn't say anything, and he went to go peel the corn, and I just I said, she hates the way you cook the corn. He was like, what? I said, just leave the corn. She hates the way you cook it. She
Yeah.
only likes it in the microwave. Just, and they both were like, what? I'm sorry that the honesty was directed towards you. I'm not upset with you. It's just, this is just what's happening. Just blurting out truths. She hates the way you cook the corn. What? It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Oh man.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
when I let it fly, whew, you guys think you've heard me rant here. I mean, I tend not to put that anywhere else but upon you all and you, Breezy.
It's
I
fine.
try to direct it towards hockey, something that doesn't actually matter. You know, like not like people that are important to me in my life, you know. You're important to me. I'm never yelling at you really, but you're subject.
Really.
No, you're just subject to you just listen. But yeah, I try really hard to channel it into hockey. I think it's the right place for that directness to go.
I agree. I think it's a good sport that where you can just, hold up all your anger and just yell at the TV if you have to. And
Yes.
and the bright side is that it's coming back so soon. There's teams all over everywhere that are basically working on their season ticket seats. There's a lot of meetings going on. There's a lot of prepping, training camps right around the corner. So we're almost there. And maybe that's why we're so angry. We just haven't been able to express it the way that we the only way we really know how. And I just got to say, be careful for opening night because there's going to be a lot coming out. I don't know if that's a threat or a promise. I'm maybe both. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to admit this here, and I'm going to want to delete this later. But I take the dogs to the dog park, right?
Uh-huh.
And not my Ringo, but my aunt's two dogs bark the entire fucking way to the dog park.
Oh, no.
The whole time. And since I was feeling so angsty,
yeah,
I just was driving and holding onto the steering wheel, and I had just let out the loudest scream I could. I won't do it here, but I just let it out. They all stopped barking. Ringo thought I was in trouble. Ringo turns. He starts licking my face. Now I'm hysterical laughing because I'm fucking lost it today. I'm screaming in the car with the dogs. I'm like, if they get to bark, I get to yell too. It's just
yeah.
Then Ringo thought something was wrong, and I was laughing, and I'm like, you've lost it. You've officially lost it. You need to lock yourself up in the house today. You should not go out in public. Keep the crazy inside.
That is so funny. My I said earlier, we were camping this weekend. I came home today, and same thing kind of happened this morning because my dog Mate was sitting next to me in the little nook area. And I was just kind of sitting there, waiting. I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I need to help before I can leave. We got the pod to record. I got to get home. And he barks at dogs and people that he just thinks are coming at him or something. I don't know. They were just walking down the street. They weren't even doing anything. So he starts barking and I'm like, Mate, stop. And progressively going, Mate, stop. And I'm kind of tapping the side of his arm. Mate, stop. Mate, stop. And all of a sudden I just looked and I was like, are you talking back to me? And he starts yipping, and I'm like, stop talking back to me. I said to stop. And he looked at me like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. And my mom was like, wow, you told him. And I was like, he stopped, didn't he? He knows that he's talking back, and I didn't like it.
This is the part where everybody turns off the podcast.
Yeah, just yelling at our dogs. We probably should just take that out. Like, these people are crazy.
We don't abuse our dogs.
No, I've never even once hit me at all.
I've never hit Ringo.
No, I just don't. When they're not shutting up, and like, if you yell at them, then they think it's like a competition. So then they bark more. Exactly. So I just looked and I was like, stop talking back to me. Whatever. Anywho, moving on.
Well, somebody who's doing fantastic is John Tavares.
Well, that's great news.
After the concussion and knee injury in the playoffs, Tavares expects to be ready for Maple Leafs training camp, and he is, quote, doing fantastic, end quote.
I'm glad one of us is doing fantastic.
Yes.
But that's very exciting, actually. It's going to be good to see him back on the ice.
I'm glad he's okay. That was a horrible hit. And then watching him try to get up like backwards like that, which ended up causing the knee injury, wasn't pretty. And you never want to see that. So
no.
Glad he's all right. Somebody else that I feel like we have to talk about because of the episode we did either last week or the week before about playing to win, right? Like wanting to play for a team that's going to win.
Right, yeah.
Well, Tuukka Rask is the exact opposite of Elias Pettersson. Is it Pettersson or Peterson?
I think it's Pettersson.
Pettersson. Tuukka Rask was out for hip surgery, and he was quoted saying, quote, "For me, it's about that pride of playing for one team and one team only. I have no reason to chase the money anymore and go somewhere else. It's going to be one of those things where the Bruins are my home. Boston is my home. I've always wanted to play here, wanted to stay here. So the money won't be an issue. We had a conversation with Bruins general manager Don Sweeney, and I will be a cheap goalie for them. We need more Tuukka Rasks in this world of hockey. More of this attitude, team player. He got paid. He got his money. He got his $7 million for how many ever years Boston signed him for. He's a veteran goalie. He's very aware of his situation. He still has something to offer. He's not ready to retire, and he's going to take a team player salary. I respect this so much, and we need more of this.
And you know who else did that? Was it last year or the year before? And I know we've been, poking fun at Nathan MacKinnon lately, but he also did the same thing.
Did he really?
Not want to leave. He did. He did not want to leave the Avalanche. He knew he was probably worth more, but that was his team. He believes in the team. He wants to do well. He wants to keep going for the cup. He wants to win it as an Avalanche. And he did the same thing. So, and I think he got a lot of respect for that as well. So, yeah. Definitely need more of that in the league for sure. Not to mention, you're already getting paid how much money? Like, you're not going to spend any of that in your entire lifetime.
Exactly.
So just enjoy the game, enjoy the process, enjoy the fact that you could play the game that you love. That's your job. You can live a very good life doing what you're doing. Just
unless you're Evander Kane. But yeah.
And there's that mood.
There's the mood, guys. I'm just hitting you with the truth.
Oh man.
It's public fucking knowledge. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's the league's investigating. I don't know what you want from me. It's not like I said anything I wasn't supposed to. I know there's still a lot of guys like around Tuukka's age and years in the league who understand this mentality. And even Brent Seabrook trading his rights away and not retiring as a Blackhawk to handle salary issues when he's not playing. Like, that's a lot. That takes a lot. That's called character. That's what that's called.
There it is.
Character.
Character.
Breezy and I don't like people who don't have good character.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mine is in question today, but that's a different story and a different conversation for a different day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Let's do some other housekeeping things that we haven't discussed, which I keep remembering to bring up. Blake Moynes is engaged.
He is, yeah. I was
Moynes? That's not, I didn't say his name right.
No, I think it's Moynes.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's Moynes.
Well, I'm very happy for him. Former guest of the pod, or previous guest of the pod.
Yes, Blake he put himself into this the last season of The Bachelorette, and he went after Katie. When we talked to him on the pod a few episodes ago, he was maybe teasing going back on the show. We thought it was for Bachelor in Paradise, and he was, and obviously he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was going for, and he went and got it. And it's been super cool. He's absolutely hilarious, and it's been so fun just kind of getting to know him on the more of like the engaged side of Blake. He's a good dude. I like him. Happy for him.
Me too. Congrats, Blake.
And speaking of former guests, our friend Frank from the Hockey Illuminati, he was just partying it up with Steven Stamkos at the Cup party. So he finally was able to go to the Cup party that he's been waiting for. He photobombed it. Unless it was photoshopped, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Frank to do that. So
yeah, I wouldn't either. But Stammer got a day in the city in which he's from, which I cannot recall, but the mayor named it Steven Stamkos Day. I'm really happy to see that the guys are getting their day with the Cup, because they didn't get that last year.
Right.
The Lightning didn't get that with the previous year, but they're getting it this year. I haven't seen the Cup outside of Canada, though. Have you seen any pictures of it in Europe?
No, I have not.
I also haven't been paying that close of attention to it, but I'm glad that they're getting their day, because that's,
Yeah, I don't, I haven't been paying attention too much, to be honest. I probably shouldn't comment on that, but I think you are correct. I think it's been pretty much in Canada this entire time.
Yeah.
So it's social distancing up there.
I'm
but
glad.
Maybe not for long, because the new season's coming. There's going to be a new champ, and Canada doesn't have that big of a record as of recent years. So. Yeah.
Despite what Austin Matthews and John Tavares have to say about the Maple Leafs, they're in it to win it, and they're going to break down doors, and they're going to keep knocking through walls. They're going to fight to get the Cup.
It sounds like a freaking Kool-Aid Man.
Okay, whatever you will see, guys.
Austin Matthews kind of reminds me of the Kool-Aid Man, now that I think of it, especially with like a bucket hat.
Don't get me started on the bucket hat. Don't.
No, not today. Not with this mood. Nope, not today. Well, Austin Matthews just had surgery, so maybe he's going to come back better than ever, which could be scary because he's pretty freaking good. As long as he keeps
people say that.
As long as he
come back better than ever.
Yeah. As long as he keeps his head in the game, I think he could do good. And I know you're just going to start laughing. We shouldn't even be talking about the Maple Leafs right now, because I know you're going to come out punching.
It's just funny. I mean, you poor Leafs fans.
Oh no, here it comes.
Just having to be let down like that. Like the players say all these things and you believe them, and then they just rip your heart out every season.
Speaking of Maple Leafs, I wonder how Jake Muzzin's doing because his wife was expecting. And I just really love her. She is so funny, and I just really want to know how she's doing. I want to know what they're going to name the baby. I don't know. I'm really into names. I like names.
Okay. Just in
Yeah.
general, or like but people name their children,
What
or
people
hockey
name their children.
players name their children
Yeah.
specifically?
No, just people. I think I'm just very curious as to like what people are going to name their kids. I don't know why. No judgments. I'm just
Yeah.
always curious.
Are you satisfied with your birth name?
This has been like a common like question, I feel like, because I hate my birth name. And I think it's just because like when someone says it to me, I always think I'm in trouble. And I'm 31 years old and I'm terrified of getting in trouble. To this day, I don't know why I hate letting people down. But I'm like, I don't know what else I would be named.
Breezy?
Like, well, yes, but like, when people are like, oh, I don't feel like I would be like a Sarah, but I feel like I would be like a Samantha. You know what I mean? Like people say that all the time. Or like, if I'm not an Amanda, I would probably be a Whitney. I don't know. Weird. It's weird. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know what my name, if I wasn't named what I am named, I don't know what I could see myself being. Could you?
See me being named something different, or you?
You. I mean, if you weren't named Rachel, what do you think you would be?
Well, I was almost my middle name, but
Okay.
my dad lost that war. And then
Gotcha.
if I was going to be a boy, I was going to be Nicholas, which I
Oh.
think would be really cool if I was like Nicole, because then I could be Nikki Kopchak,
Oh.
which is like a cool sounding name.
That is a
Do
cool
I
one.
look like a Nikki Kopchak? I don't know,
I could
but
see it. I could see it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that just might have to be my my hotel name.
Maybe that's your hotel name. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, very few people call me Rachel.
Yeah.
Very few.
Huh.
It always is alarming. Like you said, you feel like you're in trouble when someone calls you your birth name.
Yeah.
Like when someone uses my full name with all the consonants, I'm like, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
stop.
Am I in school?
Don't do that. Yeah.
What's happening?
That's funny.
But yeah, like most people call me Rach, Ray,
Yeah.
Rae Rae. Probably some other ones that I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I get some weird ones. I'm either B dog. I don't know why. My brother calls me Nut. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Breeze, B Nut. Weird ones. I actually don't even like being called Breezy a lot of the times because I'm like, why? Why are you going the whole name?
Whole
Why?
thing.
The whole thing.
I call you the
But
whole
whatever.
thing.
You
Breezy. Breezy baby. That's how I
Yeah.
refer to you when I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No, it's fine. It's all
In
good.
my head, I'm like breezy baby. Like that's what I want to say.
That's funny. I like that. That's pretty good.
I don't know.
It's different.
That's how I feel.
But then sometimes I just like being called hey. Because then I'll love like, what's up?
So
Hey,
Austin Matthews.
Yeah. No.
Start calling you Austin.
Oh no.
Speaking of what the fuck? Speaking of Breezy's barbecue pit, I got a package in the mail from you, B Dog. See, it just sounds weird it just doesn't sound right when I say it.
Yeah, it sounds like
sounds real weird.
Yeah.
But you and Zach helped with your good friend Zach helped with the distribution of this package to me, which included your incredible smoked nuts, which were and are very spicy. This batch was very spicy.
Was it spicy?
Oh yeah, but like good.
Okay,
like I didn't expect it. I went, oh, this is very spicy.
Oh,
They're
hits
good.
all the taste buds on your tongue, huh?
It does.
Yeah,
So
got the sweet, savory, spicy.
Yep. If you're in the greater Los Angeles area, please send Breezy's Barbecue a direct message and request your smoked nuts. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, and if not, I mean, I guess I could start shipping them out to you if you really want. Just might have to help cover up some shipping, but
Of course, of course. Um, I will let you know when I'm out.
hey, I love making nuts. I like when people try my nuts. That's a little
No wonder
slogan
your
there.
brother calls you nuts or nut.
I like nuts. Delicious. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you like them. I was very
Thanks.
excited to get those out to you. I put a lot of time. I actually cooked them over the course of 2 days. I did a 2 day process on them. First time I've ever done that, and yeah, I was pretty happy with how they turned out.
They are. We also have to give a very, very, very delayed shout out thank you to Danny Heath at Project
Oh
Hockey.
my gosh, I'm terrible. I am a terrible, terrible, terrible human being.
No, you're not. It's totally fine. But we had another, that was another previous guest of the podcast. Go back and listen. Project Hockey. If you play hockey or you have kids who play hockey, he runs an incredible online app and training program. Even former NHLer Sean Avery is an advocate for Project Hockey. They do incredible things. Danny's awesome. And he sent Breezy and I some gear. And I've got like a sweet white, super crisp white hat and the best pullover I've like hoodie I have ever experienced in my life. It's probably meant for hockey players. But I'm super excited for it to get cold so I can wear it.
Yeah, it is
So
super
thanks.
comfy. Yeah, it's honestly probably my favorite hoodie I've ever worn. It's so comfy. It just moves with you. It feels very it's like weightless but like warm at the same time, but like not weightless. That's a weird way to explain it, but I've been holding on to it. But like when I was going to send it to you, it was like summertime and I was like cuz I kind of forgot that I had it. And then I was like I have to freaking get this out to her. I have to. Mainly because it's driving me nuts that I still have it. So I was like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. But I'm so glad that you got it. And thanks again to Danny because that stuff is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're definitely going to be rocking it. So,
Yeah, I'll post up some photos in my gear. And you know what's made me want to reignite my attempt at learning to play hockey?
oh,
The Mighty Ducks Game Changer TV series on Disney Plus.
okay. Let's hear about it.
So I finally watched the show.
Uh huh.
It's cute. It's great. It's got all the cheesiness that you want, the feel good at the end, the trials and tribulations, but the life lessons learned, just like the films.
Yeah.
I'm 100 years old. I called it a fucking film. But the TV show is phenomenal. I thought there was a bug on the wall. Pardon me. It was really good. It was very well done. I'm not mad that I watched it. I'm happy that I watched it. It was short, like 25-minute long episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and they did a good job. I think they fully represented the films and the humor and all of that. But watching those kids skate, I was like, if they can skate, I can probably do this. And it just looks like so much fun, but it looked much more attainable to me watching children figure out how to skate for some reason than adults
Yeah.
or like NHL players. But something about watching the kids in the TV series playing hockey and like skating and doing like very slow crossovers, I was like, oh, that's how you do it. I could do that. I could do that. Look at me as like I'm like moving like I'm
Yeah.
on the ice.
You look like you're
Um,
skiing.
thank you. But
Yeah.
it made me feel like I could potentially do that. So that's something I'm going to investigate come wintertime.
Okay. So if you were to give a good 10-second review on the film,
TV series.
There I go again. Now I'm 100 years old with you. 10-second review on the TV series. Hit us with your best shot, real quick.
Worth the watch. Definitely tune in for the cameo moment of an episode. That was not 10 seconds. Let me try again.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Let me get my thoughts together. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. 3,
Ready?
2, 1. Worth the watch. Tune in for the special cameo moment in one of the middle episodes, and it is a wonderful nod to the classic D3 movies.
Look at you, like a pro.
It's like I've done a 10-second countdown before. I just had to get my thoughts together. There we go.
Yeah, that was quick. That was good. I don't know if I could ever do that.
Yeah, you could. It just takes practice.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well,
anything else you got going on? Thinking about? Read about?
I think the only thing is I sent you a picture the other day.
You did?
On Instagram. Yes. We had to talk about it on the pod. Yes. And I think that you said it perfectly. And I feel like I just need you to explain this to all of our listeners.
So we all know that Breezy's hunk of hockey is Roman Josi, and mine is Patrick Sharp, followed by Matt Barzal. Breezy sends me a photo of a very handsome, possibly tan Chris Driedger. Driedger? Is the D silent?
I don't know. I got to figure this out if he's going to be my number 2, though.
It's like I can't say Barzal. Is it Barzell?
Barzal.
Hey, Driedger?
That makes it even more of a yin to the yang.
Well, this handsome man was holding a puppy dog, and I said, Chris is the Matt Barzal to my Patrick Sharp and your Roman Josi. He's like the younger version of Roman Josi, Chris Driedger.
Yes.
As I just mumble his last name because I don't know how to say it.
And his dog, oh my God. It's like an Australian Shepherd mixed with something. Kind of looks like mate. I think they need to be friends. And I think I also need to be friends with him.
I think you've got to go to Seattle.
Yes, I agree. I really want to, actually.
Because that's where he's playing. You've got to just like print out a giant photo of mate and be like, can our dogs be friends, Chris? And like,
it should.
That's it.
I just love how he was like the first one picked up for the Seattle Kraken, right? Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, oh yeah, he's going to be the guy. And then they sign on Grubauer.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of sad for him, but who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they're going to do the nice little 1-2 punch and keep those, they got to see who's going to work out best. We obviously know who's probably going to work out best, but
you never know.
You never know. So that's all I got.
You got a hockey fact for us this week, Breeze?
Yeah. Let's, did you know that the original Stanley Cup was only 7 inches tall?
I did not. And I feel like there's a really inappropriate joke that should be said like that. And I'm not going to go there, but I feel like that's where everybody's head went. Or maybe that's just blame it on the mood.
Blame it on the mood. And maybe that explains why some of these girls at hockey games wear like 7-inch high stilettos. They're just trying to, they're hoping that maybe some people are trying to chase the old size of the cup.
Yeah, I think so. I think they are.
I don't think that made any sense.
No, but I know what you meant, and we're saying it without saying it. And I think people get what we're saying. Though I feel like anything I say now is just, I'm going to say it. I mean, 7 inches is a small trophy.
It is, actually.
Compared to what the Stanley Cup is now, which is like 2.5 feet.
Well, I guess the thing is that they, add a layer. So maybe it just had a couple layers. Or it obviously did. this episode is quite the mood. That's all I'm going to say.
The title of it.
Quite the mood.
Quite the mood. Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.